You have a YouTube
With nothing on it.
with absolutely nothing for this cat. Wait, why does that do? Oh, because I didn't. Oh, sorry. Let me refresh. That is Oxdoof. Sorry. At Clevvur. So here you guys go. What do you plan to do with this? Like, what is the goal for your YouTube channel?
There's a few things. Like I've been asked to put together some tutorials, like with the different things I've done with my bots and just some of the things I've learned, like on my streamer journey. So I'd love to do that. Kind of going back to the I enjoy teaching, and and having static content that I can point people to when they have questions would be really helpful for me. And I like to do more lore and like gameplay type videos. I was into cinematography for a while and took some like film classes. So I think it would be really great to create content around the games that I have a lot of passion around, like Elden Ring, like Liza P, and make more like kind of lore based videos and allow me to do the creative storytelling that I like to do outside of just playing games. So that's the vision of the channel. It's just definitely been no time to do that. So eventually it will. And also I may make a separate channel for it, but like the cosplay things that I get a lot of questions about and people looking for answers, I think it'd be great to put those videos up so that people have them as resources as well.
Okay. Okay. Very cool. Very cool.
Yep.
And
All in due time.
the next social you have is your Insta. You have your Insta, so let me share that with everybody. So if they would so kindly follow you, I think that would be pretty cool.
I'll definitely put some more stuff, but yeah, they were like some spur of the moment TwitchCon pictures that I was able to put while I was traveling a little. So I need to do more.
All right, and then so who's this in this picture with you?
That is Poe, or Dipped in Poison. So for
Dipped in
anyone who's
Poison.
not following Poe, they certainly should. She's an incredible creator. She's been on Twitch for quite some time, but I know her through the Twitchverse. We've known each other for a while now, and I happened to run into her while I was in Artist Lane, and we like our first IRL meeting, but we had a great conversation, and she's just the damn prettiest person in the world, and she's an amazing human. So yeah,
She is
you should
gorgeous.
definitely check out Poe.
Very nice, very nice. And then it looks like you met a Melina.
Yes, so that's Olivia.
Olivia.
I really need to call her out there. I have some more posts. Actually, that was my cosplayer that I was hanging out with and doing on the fly repairs.
The triage, as you call
yes.
it. Yes.
But Olivia is also a streamer and a cosplayer. She's done some incredible cosplays, and that she did Melania. This was at the Elden Ring meetup. It's the first time I met her IRL. We've known each other on Twitch for a while. But yeah, she did that, and she also did Fade from Valorant on Sunday. So Olivia is absolutely one to watch.
Her hair is dope. Nice.
She did great. She actually built all of this. It's all 3D printed. I helped her with some of the glove stuff. We were going to try to do her shin guards and EVA, and like it's very difficult to teach that stuff over Discord calls, and she was just getting really frustrated. So wound up 3D printing everything. So not always the most comfortable to wear that much plastic, but we made it work.
Nice. Yeah, I can imagine it gets hot and uncomfortable.
She was a trooper. She wore that all day.
Damn. Damn. I wonder if she smelled very different by the end. Okay. Let me do. Let's see what other cool. Okay, I see this awesome picture on your Instagram. Can you tell me what's going on here? Looks like a DJ booth.
Yeah, that's my friend Nee. That's and connected to Poison through Nee. They're good IRL friends. But if you're not following Nee, you certainly should. She was playing at the Dino Lounge. So this year they put kind of in the center of TwitchCon. Well, it's not exactly center, but like they gave it a very prominent area. This large inflatable space, and they had DJs rotating
Yeah,
through
beats.
pretty much the majority of the conference. And so this was Nee was like one of the last ones to play on Sunday, and this was her performance. So I just that was I caught a good shot of her, but like her community is amazing. We're all really good friends, and we were all dancing around and bopping around. She also played the after party Sunday night at what was the venue's name? I can't remember. The venue where Dan Clancy body slammed Thug Shells. If anyone knows that,
Nope.
I've seen pictures from that. But yeah,
Okay. Okay.
I adore Nee. She is highly, highly recommended human.
I guess we'll have to look at that one. Yeah, he was picking people up all TwitchCon, so it was only a matter of time till he fails. Okay, and I think I see a ton of lightsabers in this picture.
There was a lightsaber vendor. The Star Wars nerd in me was quite happy. So yeah, we snapped some pictures of build your own lightsaber vendor.
Really? That's a thing out in Denver?
Mm-hmm.
Like, is it a
Yep.
shop or is it just like somebody that shows up?
I mean, I know you can do that online as well, but yeah, you could assemble your own lightsaber there and then take it home with you.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Hmm. All right, and then you don't have many posts on your Twitter, but I will share.
Don't even know what's on Twitter anymore, to be honest.
Gotcha. And again, I get it from your perspective of you used to work in this biz, so it's hard to want to do it for yourself. I never thought I'd go to meet Thug Shells. That's disappointing. I need to make a list of people I want to meet next TwitchCon. Okay.
Yeah, TwitchCon was awesome. I highly recommend it. I went 2 years ago. The last time I was in San Diego, I skipped over Vegas. But just, I mean, it was great. There's so many people that I have only known through Twitch, like through Twitch chat, either hanging out on their channels or chatting with them in the community, and just getting to like you're real and like give each other hugs and hang out and have like a real face-to-face conversation is super cool. So the panels there were a lot of good panels. It can be a little overwhelming for anyone who like doesn't do well with a ton of stimuli and crowds, because it is crowded and there's a lot going on all the time, but it is definitely worth the trip. I highly recommend it. I'm already planning for next year. So
Nice. Okay. This was one of your Twitter posts that compelled you to retweet. Can you explain why this compelled you to retweet this?
I had a good chuckle.
You had a good chuckle.
That's pretty much it.
Okay. Actually, let me ask you some questions related to TwitchCon, since like we'll just start broadly. How was your overall experience, and did you have any standout moments at TwitchCon?
I mean, overall experience is great. I mean, like I said, I do recommend anyone that can, even as a community member. Like the first year I went, I was not a streamer. I went to get to know people better, to understand the culture better. It was fantastic. This past year, same. I only knew a few people that I would be running into like IRL. I'd never, the vast majority of people I was planning to meet, I had never met. It was just online conversations, Discord friends, played games together, but never met in person. So the highlight 100% was just being like, wait, it's you. And like, slow motion run, and get the hug. And it's like all this pent up like excitement getting to actually have these people in your presence. That was always the highlight. And I ran into so many people that I know online.
Absolutely.
I still have more pictures I need to post, and I'm terrible about taking pictures. If someone didn't ask me to take a picture, like I almost always forgot.
Hmm.
But I met so many people that it was just great to be like, you're real and
Hmm.
you're physical and you're a being that exists beyond just the chat conversations we've had or screens that we've seen each other through. So that was honestly the best part. And hanging out and like going to get food or grabbing a coffee and just sharing more connected conversations with people that I love and admire and have genuine care for. Being able to be physically present with them is just that's the most important part to me for sure.
I
The
gotcha.
panels are great. Like there was definitely I learned some things. There's a good panel on partnerships and helping people understand how to advocate for themselves. There was good panels on path to partnership. The meetups, the community meetups are great. Like the Elded Ring meetup was wonderful. I met a lot of new friends there, other streamers that play in the Souls category, or people that I've just like been a fan of and actually got to hang out with them. And um, Twitch also did some meetups with staff, and I had great time just getting to talk to Twitch staff, and like they honestly wanted feedback. They were writing things
Please
down.
tell me you gave them an earful.
I mean, a lot of it was very positive. I think,
Okay.
and overall, like I have a very positive sentiment towards Twitch. It
Hmm.
has enabled a lot of positive things in my life. I streaming is very positive thing for me to do as well, and it has given me a community and a place to belong, and also a great yeah, I don't know if I'm where I'm going with that, but really it's this place that I was able to connect with so many people that I wouldn't have had an opportunity to otherwise. Like Chloe, incredibly important person in my life, and she's in Australia. And the chances of us ever running into each other would have been slim to none. But now she is like this very important part of my life. And I met her through Twitch. And there's, you know, I don't know how else that would have happened. So I owe a lot to Twitch and I have a lot of positive feelings towards it. I did give them some ideas and thoughts, and they were very receptive and very open to it. And I now have some new professional connections that wouldn't have existed if I hadn't gone to TwitchCon either. So
Hmm. Yeah,
yeah,
Bubba
it's pretty awesome.
says that is 99% of the awesomeness of TwitchCon, the anticipating that you're going to meet people you've made friends with that you've only seen through the monitor screen, and of course, randomly running into thousands of people you've seen online, but you don't really chat. That often seeing them as a human being right in front of you makes you look at them differently than you would through a random stream online. Said like Morg Pie, for example. I rarely go into her stream, maybe like 10 times. I saw her and got really excited.
That's awesome, Beppo. Yeah, I ran into Morg too after she did her meet and greet, and she was just randomly set up and streaming, and I embarrassed Lainey, like purposely
Oh,
when I got
nice.
onto
Nice. Did you like,
channel.
hey, I'm
But yeah,
clever, but Lame Laney
Morg
is the
is an
biggest.
absolute sweetheart and a very very good human. So it was great to just like hang out with her for a couple minutes and get to know her beyond just this person you see on the screen.
All right, tell the embarrassing Morg Pie Lame Laney story. I have to know. I have to know.
Oh, I mean, as soon as I got on there, like I made a little bit of conversation with Morg, but I was like, you know, um, there's someone who's. I just want to give a shout out to someone who's a huge fan of yours. You may or may not know. She's probably in stream right now, but like Lainey, and she's like, oh my god, I love Lainey. So, and there's a clip. There's a clip of Morg admitting that she loves Lainey. So
That's
it was pretty
awesome.
awesome.
That is awesome. That was pretty cool, man. And so you met Chloe at TwitchCon. Had you met her prior to this
No,
TwitchCon?
actually, I haven't met Chloe yet. Chloe has
Oh,
not
okay.
made it out to TwitchCon.
Oh, that is a long trek. That is a long trek for
Yes, it's a
her.
very long trek. I met some
Very
other
expensive
Aussies.
one.
I met Nat, T10 Nat, who
T10
David
net.
Ancient David Mann had mentioned,
Yep.
um,
Named him.
and Trash, who's another like. It's funny because Chloe is connected to these people IRL. They live within 20, 30 minutes of each other and often hang out and are like actual good friends. But I have not actually met Chloe physically yet.
Physically. Okay. Okay. Maybe a future TwitchCon or
We're hoping we can get her out here for next year.
That's the thing. The Twitch staff was like gotta work on those goals for TwitchCon 2025 now. Start getting them out so you as a smaller streamer can start work to coming. And I was just like, bro. Like, even domestically, TwitchCon is expensive. Like,
it wasn't too bad for me. I know a lot of people went the hotel route. I found a great Airbnb that was like a mile and a half away from downtown, and I literally just walked. It's not a very far walk, and it was affordable.
oh, lag spike. We got a lag spike. Let's hold. Gato, didn't we look at TwitchCon and it was like 300 round trip? I think you had like.
Are we back? I think we're back.
Yeah, we're back. I don't think 300 round trip. That doesn't sound familiar, Bebo.
Thankfully, Frontier flies out of Colorado, and I bought my tickets at the optimal time. I paid $80 round trip.
Oh, that's right. You're close
my
to the
Airbnb was really cheap. I was going for 3 days, so I had one backpack. I didn't need to take very much with me. I travel light. Like, having traveled all around the world, I'm used to traveling very light and being cheap. So yeah, I have no problems with budget airlines either. Yeah, it's not the world's most comfortable seat, and there wasn't any leg room, but it was $80 round trip. It was very economical with food too. Like, I stopped by the grocery store, grabbed some things instead of eating out. There are ways to make it cheaper.
Okay, overall, how much would you say you spent?
Altogether,
magnitude
with lodging, food, flights,
tickets,
airport parking, tickets, I was about 800 and some change.
800. Oof. Interesting. Okay.
And I was there for 4 days, so I stayed a little bit longer, just so I didn't have to like rush out right away.
Okay, and I will agree, TwitchCon is a great network opportunity, and it looks like you said you networked with some of the staff and actually now have some good contacts.
Yeah, I made some LinkedIn connections, and it was a wonderful networking opportunity. And I made some vendor contacts as well. I have a call tomorrow with Elgato.
Oh, nice.
I'm trying to think of who else. Some charity organizations I talked to. I also ran into CEO of Near Studios, which is a new studio that's trying to get off the ground with their first game, Hawthorne, which looks amazing. And I've been helping promote their game. And her and I have had some conversations about how we might be able to work together and how I could, potentially help them grow interest in their games. I mean, I've just personally been hawking them because I think it looks like a super cool game and I want to see them succeed. And that was just a random, like, we bumped into each other in Artist Alley, and she was like, "Oh, hey, would you be interested in this new game?" And like, just struck up a conversation. Met a bunch of cosplayers just by like running into them and like, "Hey, can I take a picture with you? Oh, I love what you've done here." And then starting to talk about cosplay and being like, "Oh, we should stay in contact and we can trade tips and tricks and things like that." So the serendipity of just being there is huge.
Okay, that's cool. A lot of people have a lot of sentiment that there's definitely like a class system at TwitchCon, and some people don't appreciate that. Can you provide comments on that? Basically, partners versus affiliates versus chatters, like.
I don't know. I mean, I think a lot of people view the purple badge as a signifier. I've seen a lot of people that really don't care that they have that, and then there's other people that, kind of flaunt it or do use it as an extra bit of clout, I guess you could say. But in my experience, generally that is less, or at least just, and I can only speak from my experience. Like I didn't experience any of that. I have a lot of friends that are partners, and some friends that are ambassadors as well, which have very elevated perceptions, I guess, in Twitch land. Um, but I've just never been anyone who's been much of that uh, like star chaser mentality. I view everyone as humans, and I think that has often been reciprocated to me. Like I haven't ever run into those issues or gatekeeping. Um, the There is a bit of that within Twitch itself of like the partner party and the partner lounge. But I guess I just take it with a grain of salt of like, well, this is the ecosystem that it exists, and Twitch has kind of created a little bit of that. But yeah, my perspective, my circle, I didn't feel classism, and I never felt like different or less than because I had an affiliate tag versus a partner tag on my badge.
Mm, that's good. That's good. That's good. Oh, all right. I think I had another TwitchCon specific question. Um, what challenges do you think small streamers face when attending large events like TwitchCon?
Hmm. Challenges. I'd say the only thing I observed that would maybe be a challenge was like getting past their nerves. I
Okay.
saw, I'll even say that to big streamers, because I do hang out with a lot of partners, and they have very large audiences, and so like I'm friends with Cat Catalente, and you know, one of my friends was like, "Oh God, I can never talk to her. She's over there, but I can never talk to her." I'm like, "Why not?" She's like, "Cause she's too big. She's a big fancy streamer, and I'm just a little." I'm like, "No, you're not. You're actually a partner, and you have thousands of people, and yada yada yada." She's like, "No, I couldn't talk to her." I was like, "Bet." And I just walked over to Kat. It's like, "Hey, Kat, panel a couple years ago. What's up? How's it going?" "Oh yeah, I'm terrible with names, but your face looks familiar." Yada yada yada. I'm like, "All right, my friend over there is terrified to talk to you, but would you mind if we like just moseyed over and said hi? It would mean the world." She's like, "Absolutely." And so she went over and we just started talking, and like it turned into a great conversation, and they connected, and they want to like talk more later. But I think everyone, regardless of where they feel they fit into things, it's just there's a lot of trepidation and anxiety because a lot of us are also introverts,
Hmm.
to just like go up and talk to people that they might feel are too big or whatever. And I think that's just a challenge for everyone. But
Absolutely.
like go past the fear. Like people are friendly. In my experience, everyone is generally very friendly and very open to having a conversation. So,
All right. Mild wants to know, do you think Kick's presence at TwitchCon was disruptive or somewhat concerning? Some of these Kick
um,
streamers.
I didn't experience a lot of it. I did see some of the kick streamer behavior, and it was less than appealing, for lack of a better word. I when you walk in with a chip on your shoulder, and try to make it very known, which a lot of them were taking a very divisive standpoint.
Hey, thank you for the
I
follow,
think
Lucky.
you're going to you're going to get a negative reaction. So if their purpose was to be disruptive and to like leave a negative impression, the vast majority that I saw definitely succeeded in that regard. I didn't interact with any of them directly, but a lot of them are being very loud, very disruptive, trying to get attention to them, and the fact that they were a kick streamer. Um, like I just didn't feel like the spirit of the event
Hmm.
to be disruptive, to be grandstanding, to try to get attention. just to themselves. And I don't even know what their grievances were, their issues were, other than it was just like coming in with beef, which
Mm-hmm.
didn't feel very productive. So at the end of the day, like, I don't know why they were there and why they were being disruptive, but it it didn't add anything constructive or helpful to the rest of the event, and honestly soured my opinion of them pretty substantially.
Oh wow. Yeah, my thought of diversifying platforms is like I want Kick to be successful because I want there to be competition for Twitch. Like if they become the
Oh, it's totally
streamer,
valid. Yeah.
if they become the streamer monopoly, like we're gonna get lower cuts, higher ads. Like we're just gonna get used and abused. So there needs to be some natural competition there, and but they can't just brand themselves as anti-Twitch and having cringe lords as their major competitors. Because
Yeah.
I used to stream on YouTube, and before I got bonked pretty hard. Um, so it's I might go back, but it would be gaming content only. Like, as if I ever got to a gaming segment of my show, I might go live on YouTube again. But again, it's hard. The discoverability is even worse on YouTube. Like,
Mm.
um, yep.
No, I'm all for diversification and having choice and additional platforms. And if there's something that Kick is doing better beyond just like payouts, which seems to be it's not necessarily sustainable. Their payout model, they will have to modify it. But if they do bring something of interest to the larger community, I'm all for that. Unfortunately, the impression I've gotten is that it's a very disruptive place. And yeah, it's kind of like the the place you go when you can't make it on Twitch. And that shouldn't be the reputation they're going for. Um it shouldn't be the place where you can, like, anything goes and you can be wild and crazy, because that was the
Mhm.
portrayal that they were kind of bringing in their presence. So it had a very, I think, opposite effect. Because some other people I talked to about this were like, "Yeah, I'll never go to Twitch. I'll never leave Twitch. I'll never check out Kick because of the way those people acted."
Mhm.
If that's representative of their community, I don't feel safe. So I'll never like check out Kick.
Oh.
I've never experimented with it myself. Like, I'm 4 months into streaming, so Twitch is the first place I've started.
Mhm.
But I also, yeah, again, based on some individuals' actions, I'm not inclined to. I don't really have any motivation to go check out Kick right now. Made that change? Possibly. But based on, yeah, again, a small disruptive faction shouldn't necessarily be representative of the whole. So I should
True.
give them benefit of the doubt. But there's still no drive right now.
Mhm. Yeah, people like Jake McLaren, reckless driving doesn't help their cause. True. True. And unless the black sheep mentality is what they want, I don't think they want that. They do want to be. They want to be like they're kind of like trying to brand themselves as a younger, cooler, hipper Twitch, which I don't think is really working for them. Um, um, and there's a sense I'm saying that too. Like people don't voluntarily go to prison because it's an awful place to do business. True, true, Beppo. But I am live on Kick because again, I want to diversify platforms. I want Kick to do well. There is competition. I might go back to YouTube. I might even do TikTok streaming because you can do
I would say, yeah,
TikTok
TikTok's
streaming.
getting into streaming now. Yeah.
They're allowing small creators to stream on TikTok. I might try that out just to see what it's like. I hate TikTok. Like I just despise it as a platform. So it's like do I shill for the app that I hate so much, but it is a incredible opportunity to grow. So I'm back and forth about it. Um, it's not just when people like Jack Doherty do it. Do end up on it. Streamer represents where they stream from, especially the service that allows it to happen. Yeah, if Kick keeps allowing these dangerous creators to make dangerous content on that platform, nobody just want to go there. It's going to be a brand risk. and
Yep.
people are going to be like, well, I don't want to associate with a brand risk. Um, oh, you watched? Oh yeah, Beppo. Oh, I used to X stream as well. I used to Twitter stream, but I don't have the up to be able to do that right now. The up upload speed. Um, but I used to do it. I used to do it. Yeah, I used to use that Restream.io product, but if
Oh,
my
I've heard of that.
stream
Yeah.
lags, if my stream lags, it just chokes up that entire link in the chain. And I used to have lots and lots of lag issues. I may go back to trying it. I might go back to trying it because if you had limited GPU or limited bandwidth, Restream.io is a good option. I'm assuming you have a good, stable connection to the internet. Otherwise, it's not a good option. It allows you to do
I've
multiple
never
platforms.
tried multi-streaming. Maybe one of these days.
Well, you've got enough hobbies. It's just that you keep yourself busy
Very true.
to want to do more. Okay. All right. I'll ask one more TwitchCon question, and then I'll let you go back to doing whatever you want to do. Um, where was it? What tips or advice would you give to somebody who's thinking about going to TwitchCon?
Um, I would say don't try to overschedule yourself. The Twitch app has like the schedule, and there's going to be a ton of things, and everything's going to sound super interesting. And you're like, I want to go to that, I want to go that, I want to go that, and like, go ahead and heart all of those things, or set the reminder for all of those things. But then know that you're probably going to miss half of them, if not more, because you're going to run into someone walking between panels. You're going to get distracted because you see something interesting in a booth that you walk by to get to the next thing. So it's like, I think it's totally fine to look at it, get really excited, and go ahead and schedule things, because if you do, there's gonna be times you're sitting there like, oh wait, what was I supposed to be doing? Where should I be going? I'm feeling overwhelmed. That's when you flip open the app and be like, okay, yes, this thing looked interesting. I'm going to go to that thing. But don't feel hard coded or like the schedule should rule you, or anything like that. Just use it as a kind of a centering mechanism. Let the experience be the experience. If you want to wander down Artist Alley and you're missing a panel, like, it's okay. You don't feel like you have to stick to the schedule and stress about it. If you got stopped and you're having a great conversation, it's okay to come into that panel late. Don't be like, oh, I missed the first 15 minutes of the panel and I can't go in. No, absolutely show up and walk in and just be quiet. Like, don't be disruptive. You're still going to probably extract some value from it. And the conversation is going to be priceless. So I think that it's very easy to get overwhelmed and try to want to do all the things and be like the overscheduled child, but don't beat yourself up. Don't stress about it. I do another recommendation would be like, start networking before you go. Reddit usually has some threads going for people that are attending. There's usually some discords that are self-forming around people that are going to be attending. And even if you don't have friends before you go, like, that can be a great way to connect with some people, and like plan meetups, like plan a breakfast with a few different people, plan a lunch with a few different people. Like, those are going to be really awesome opportunities to do the IRL bonding that I think is the real value of Twitch. So if at all possible, like, try to connect with some people before you get there and be like, hey, I'm going to be, out on the lawn around 4 o'clock or whatever. Do you want to, meet there? Or, hey, I'm going to grab coffee on Friday morning before I get to the con. Do you want to meet up at this coffee shop and we'll walk to the con together? Those are some of the things I did, and it was huge. It was really great to kind of have some built-in friends before you get there.
Wise
Make a
words.
schedule, but don't feel don't feel ruled by the schedule, and just be very open to where the day is going to take you. Like amazing things will happen.
Hmm. Interesting. Bebo says, Nodders, keep scheduling to a minimum. Random people you didn't know we're gonna meet will show up. True. Absolutely. Oh, we got a lag spike. We got another lag spike. Let's let this lag spike pass. There you go. Your packet loss has ended. You're back.
Okay. There were a few times where like I saw the name, the name tag. I was like, wait, I know you. I know that username. I have no idea what you looked like. I wouldn't have recognized you any other way. But I caught their name. So then you stop and you have, oh, wait, it's you. Oh, how it's so great. What are how's the con going? And you have a little conversation, then you move on your way. That would happen a lot, would definitely slow you up. And then like so there's some VTubers that I follow, and one of them, I don't know if anyone knows Vine, but I know her voice. So I was walking along and she was talking to someone else. Sorry, they. And when I passed them, like I was like, wait a minute. I have no idea what they look like. I've never seen their face before. But I recognized their voice. So then I like full on moonwalk backwards. It was like, fine. Because the name tag was flipped around. So but I was positive it was their voice. And they were like, yes. And so we like both flipped our tags and like, oh, wait, I know you. And it was just kind of like this serendipitous moment that you're going to run into people. So it was kind of cool.
Yep, and planning meet outside of con, like he's saying, like the more reasons you can have to show up, the more you're going to enjoy the weekend, says Beppo. Thank you for the wisdom. Nice.
Oh, yeah, happy to share.
So you're geared up. 2025 is absolutely happening for you.
Yeah, no, I have already started looking for lodging, and I'm going to be setting aside a budget for 2025. So it's 100% happening.
Interesting. Okay. All right. I will give it a second last call for questions for Clevvur. While you guys have him. Second last call for reels this time. Any other questions? I do have another question for you, Clevvur. Would you be willing to do this again in 6 months to a year? Like that's part of my interview secret is I like to catch up with people, see like 6 months to a year from now, what they're up to. Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be great. I'd be happy to.
Yeah, that'd be fun. All right, let me see if I could come up with another question. So in case they're typing, did you pick up any merch?
I traveled super light, so I actually did not. I picked up a few like stickers. Like that was honestly, I was pretty reserved with any sort of merch purchasing, but I did get a lot of artist cards because oftentimes they have Etsy stores or other shops that I can go ahead and order stuff from. So I just didn't want to damage anything in taking it back on the plane.
Actually, I did hear that stickers are popular, and even the Twitch staff said absolutely have stickers. I didn't think about that from a air flight / baggage logistics. Like you want something cool like that. I was skeptical. I was like, who the fuck collects stickers? Apparently everybody. And I'm just out of the loop.
Stickers and pins are still very big.
Because they're small. Oh, yes, they are small. You can't take any bags bigger than a 10-inch square into TwitchCon.
Yeah, they did have a new bag rule this year. I thankfully have like a small little sling that I use when I'm traveling, just like hold a water bottle and a couple extra things. But yeah, they were very, they had bag check. If you brought a bigger bag, you had to go check the bag.
Interesting. Okay. Oh, what were some of like the big streamers you may have seen? Like you.
I mean, I ran into Morg, hung out with her for a little bit. Blizz, Trash, Detune. Yeah, Nee, I consider her definitely a big streamer. I think she's up to like almost 70,000 followers now. I'm not. I don't like. I don't know. I've never been one to chase after like the big streamers. I suppose you could say.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Knut, but just like in passing.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, I didn't. I don't have that kind of star chasing mentality. So I was like, probably some big streamers I walked right by that I didn't even notice.
Yep. Chava wants to know, is a day enough to go to TwitchCon, or do you need to do 2 days to properly enjoy it?
I've always done the full 3 days. Friday is usually pretty busy, but I'd say Saturday is the busiest. And also like the Twitch, they did the block party this year. They usually do like a concert or something. But Saturday is the busiest day. So if you get overwhelmed by crowds, Saturday would not be a good day for you. Sunday, it's definitely a little chiller. Vendors are usually pretty tired. The exhibit hall, like they're worn down. Everyone's kind of ready to wrap up. They've been talking nonstop. Sunday is definitely the more chill day. Some people don't show up for Sunday, they leave early. I like Sunday. I think the kind of slower pace and the hype has died down a little bit. Sunday is one of my favorite days. That's why I had some of the best conversations, some of the best connections was on Sunday. But you absolutely can extract value from one day. Um, it just kind of depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for like events and things that are happening, Saturdays generally where most of the big things are scheduled. Friday, everyone's like usually mornings are really busy because you're trying to get your pass if you didn't come in Thursday early. And then Sunday's just a little calmer. People are usually waking up later, getting to the con a little later. I really like Sundays. So to kind of your question, Chava, like one day is enough to extract value. Um, I think all three is obviously the most value. But if I could only pick one day, it would either be Saturday or Sunday. Fridays kind of the optional one. It's really when people are arriving, things are just starting to kick off. There's not as many things scheduled because they know people are arriving Fridays. Um, but Saturday's the big day.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Cool. Mm. All right. Any other questions? Last call. I'll try to think of one more TwitchCon related question. Think, Gato, think. Um, oh, TwitchCon is often a showcase of new features and initiatives. Did anything presented by Twitch excite you or concern you?
Um, I mean, I the announcement they did around the additional creator clubs, which they've already like rolled out,
Mm-hmm.
has been exciting. There's still a staggered pace, but like yeah, hearing about the co-working category before it was live was cool. Knowing that they're coming up with art and makers and VTuber creator clubs as well, so they're doing more in that space. The I'm trying to think what other like they did talk a lot about the stream together, the collab tools, and how they want to continue to build more of that because they see they want to make more opportunities for kind of the more established streamers to help elevate new streamers. So they're seeing that as a positive. I can't think of any specifics around that. It was just like kind of a general talk,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't attend any of the Twitch panels where they announced new features. I kind of just heard it through the grapevine. So.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I will agree with the fact that they kind of like let it out that, they're allowing raids to count towards, path to partner type thing. I think that encourages, um, larger streamers to be more generous and, raid smaller communities, help grow them. I also think that's the path to keeping this platform alive is more collab type opportunities and expanding networks and getting new people to stream to bring more viewers in, like family, friends, different things, and um, like that's the only way. Because right now we're downtrending, and it's not good. It's not good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
No, I think there's a genuine desire to keep making it a better place and to improve. So I think that's the impression I got from a lot of the staff that I talked to. They're genuine people behind it all that have the best interest of the community and the platform at heart. Any large corporation, there's always going to be bureaucracy, red tape, and things that slow those ambitions down. But I did talk to a lot of passionate Twitch staff that want to make this the best, community and platform that they can. So.
Like what was one of the top things you talked to them about? Like what was your biggest, pearl of wisdom that you were trying to get them?
Kind of to your point around some of the egalitarianism around partner versus affiliate. I did advocate for the fact that there's no in between, and the valley between affiliate and partner is extremely wide. And if there was more incremental progressions, I think it would be positive for the community and for the platform at large, but also very positive for the streamers. So just having this bifurcation between your affiliate or your partner is pretty drastic. Whether or not there's classism between those two, it's irrelevant because there are some affiliates that have very large communities, do very well financially, et cetera, but maybe have missed 1 or 2 points to qualify for partner, or they actually just don't care. Like they're not chasing partner. I mean, I've talked to people that have huge followings that have never switched to affiliate because they don't want ads. So that's actually costing Twitch money. That's a whole other conversation. But yeah, there was, and they definitely were like, we're aware of this. We also agree there is this big divide. We don't have a solution. Just know that there are conversations happening within Twitch to try and adjust that and try to make more incremental progressions that exist within this kind of path up the Twitch ladder. There was a lot of to Chava's point there was a lot of negative feedback on the app to the Twitch staff. They definitely heard that. I don't know what they're going to be able to do about it, but yes, the vast majority of the feedback from average viewers were that the mobile app sucks.
Yeah, they actually addressed, or Dad Classy addressed the whole Aspen's channel. Like, they're gonna do something about that in the future, because I agree with you, it's costing them a ton of money per day, and they're not.
He does have that channel, yep.
Yep, and they're not just gonna keep letting that happen for sure. Okay.
Well, I think this has been great, Gato. I think I'm probably going to wrap because I just realized I have not eaten in a while, so I should do that.
Well, thank you for coming on, Clevvur, and again, I will catch up with you in 6 months of the year, see what you're up to, what you're doing, and it'll be a good time. It'll be a good time. So, everyone, thank Clevvur.
Yeah, no, this is awesome. I appreciate it.
Let's get the claps. Choose the clap emote of your choice. People clap. Let's thank him for coming on, and I appreciate you rescheduling and still keeping this. It was a good interview. Yeah, it was an incredible day.
No, absolutely, my pleasure. Great to chat with everybody. Thanks for the questions, and it's a lot of fun. So look forward to doing it again.
Yeah. Nice seeing you.
All right. Well, I'm gonna see you on the flip side, as they say. Maybe I'll see some of you in stream. So.
Yeah, I will definitely come by, co-work with you again.
Awesome. Yeah, I will be doing co-working tomorrow, and then back to Resident Evil tomorrow night.
Oof. Nice.
All right. Have a good evening. Good time zone wherever you are.
All right. Great interview. Thanks.